This is the Career Impact series, part of the Career Impact program, a series of bite-sized videos to prepare InnoEnergy Master School students to maximize the impact they can make to the energy sector using the power of the GC Index. In this episode, we look at the subsequent skill sets of how a person can make contribution impact to a team. So Nathan, using the GC Index, how can a person understand what contribution and impact they can make to a team?
Thanks, Ketan. Well, look, if you look at the GC Index at its highest level, so the 5 proclivities, it's fundamentally a high-level business model, okay? And what we're looking at with the GC Index is how do we map people's energies, inclination to make an impact onto that high-level business model. So let's unpick that a little bit. So when we look at the GC Index and the 5 proclivities, if any business doesn't have, or any team takes one of these proclivities away, then it's not going to be successful. So we have to look for individuals, have to look about how they fit into the team to overlaying on this business model. So what do I mean by that? Well, organizations and teams are going to need new ideas. The game changer. It moves us on. So game changers are those that can look at new ways of doing things. Look at ways of improvement, solving potential problems. Look at possibilities for doing things differently that are going to move the team along. But it's all very well just having these new ideas, these possibilities, these things that move us on. But if they do not make sense to anybody, then they're just going to wither and die, or they're going to be ignored. So that's where the strategists come in. So strategists are great at making sense of ideas. They're great at making complex or ambiguous situations much more clearer for other people to follow. So the strategist role is make sure if we are getting these new ideas, don't just shut them down. Let's see how they can make sense and move us forwards, or align to our objectives as a team, as a business. However, an idea, however elegant it is and how much sense it makes, is no good unless we actually get on and do something with it. And that's where our implementers come in. Implementers impact the team by bringing us to action, making things happen, moving us into actually getting things done rather than just thinking about them. So that's where the impact of an implementer actually sort of moves a team into, we've got to deliver something here, let's get on with it. However, most teams will say that they want to deliver all, if not a large amount of work to great standards, to the best standards it can be. If we're being competitive, if we're delivering stuff of quality, we have to deliver, and a team has to execute and deliver, maybe not all, but certainly a large majority of their stuff to a higher quality. That's when polishers come in. Polishers can be the guardian of standards. They set standards. They ensure that we're not being sloppy. I think one person mentioned to me once their role in the team as a polisher was to keep people on their toes and keep us competitive. So, and also polishers will move us on and incrementally improve and ensure that the team is not stagnant along with the game changer. Playmakers, it's largely obvious. Okay, we know that the team's component parts may operate well independently. The playmaker's role is to bring that constellation, bring that team together, bring those impacts together to ensure that the whole is more than the sum of the parts. So for the playmaker, it really is about cohesion. Not necessarily harmony, as we've spoken before in other videos. This is about cohesion. How do we bring the team together to ensure that we're all fizzing, we're all maximizing our impact, and therefore the team itself is high performing, game changing even.